Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 9 reproduction, the lecture 2, that is male reproductive system. In today's topic, we will study about the different components of male reproductive system and female reproductive system. So male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes, two sperm ducts, right? That is testis, sperm duct, you can see, right? Urethra, that is storage, and penis. So testes, a man has two testes. They are oval in shape. They lie in small muscular pouch called scrotum. Scrotum is the pouch in which the testes are present. Right? It's present outside the abdominal cavity. Now this scrotum acts as a thermal regulator and keeps the temperature of these testes 1 to 3 degrees Celsius lower than human body. Than body temperature. Because if the testes will present inside the body, then the formation of sperm will not take place because they require lower temperature than the body temperature for their formation. And the function of testes to produce male gametes called sperms. It also produces male sex hormone known as testosterone. That is TES. Testosterone. This is the male sex hormone. Right? Formation of sperms starts at the age of 14 to 15 years. After that, throughout his life. And if I talk about the male, healthy male can produce about 2 million sperms, 2 billion sperms every day. 2 billion sperms every day. Right? Now you can see the structure of this sperm. You can see here tail is present. What is the function of this tail? It helps in the locomotion. As the question has been asked, helps in locomotion. Locomotion means movement. This tail will help in locomotion. Right? Okay. After this, we have another components. Sperm duct. We call it vas deferens also. Vas deferens भी बोलते हैं. Right? So sperm duct, what is function? It is a narrow tube, narrow duct which starts from the testis and join the urethra. You can see that is starting from the testis here and joining the urethra here. Right? It carries the sperm to the urethra by muscular action of its valve. Sperms will be carried out by this sperm duct. This is the function. Right? Fluid produced by the seminal vesicles mixes with the sperm to produce semen. The fluid provides nourishment to the sperm. There is a, we can say the liquid, the fluid that is called semen. This is a fluid which provides nourishment to the sperms. Then we have urethra. In urethra, it is a long tube that arises from the urinary bladder to carry urine. Right? So this black color structure is urethra. That is urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. Right? It runs through the penis and opens to the outside through male genital pore. The semen from vas deferens also join the urethra. So semen also reaches through the urethra, and urethra carries urine from the bladder as well as semen from the vas deferens to the penis. And penis, it's a long and thick muscular organ, injects the sperm, and male reproductive system also has some accessory glands like seminal vesicles, prostate glands, and bulbourethral glands. Right? So this is all about male reproductive system. Now let's see female reproductive system. In female reproductive system, what it consists of? A pair of ovaries. You can see a pair. There is a pair of ovaries, right? Oviduct. You can see here oviduct is there. Uterus and vagina, right? So ovaries, woman has two ovaries. You can see here the two ovaries just below the kidneys. Function of ovaries to make the female gametes called eggs. Eggs are the female gametes or ova भी बोलते हैं इसको, right? And it also secrete, these ovaries also secrete female sex hormone that we call estrogen. Right? And progesterone. Progesterone. Right? This is ovary. Then we have fallopian tube also. So these are the fallopian tubes, right, present here. So what is their function? It is a thin and coiled muscular tube with a funnel-shaped opening near the ovaries. Openings देखिए यहाँ पे है इसकी ovaries के पास, right? It joins uterus to the ovary. Uterus and ovary it will join. Ovum released by an ovary goes into the fallopian tube through its funnel-shaped opening. Then the fertilization of egg takes place in the fallopian tube only. Then we have uterus. You can see uterus. It's the two fallopian tubes connect to bag-like organ. You can see fallopian tubes two are connecting to this bag-like structure that is called uterus or womb. The growth and development of the fertilized egg into a baby takes place in the uterus. Right? Vagina, then the uterus opens into a wide muscular organ. Here, this muscular organ is the wider one, which opens to the outside of the body. In female, vaginal opening and urinary openings are separate, unlike males. So that is about female reproductive organs. Now we know that every month egg is released by the females after the age of 14. So you can see the nucleus here, right? When sperm and the egg fuse with each other, then the fertilization takes place. That process we call fertilization. So what is fertilization actually? The first step in the reproduction process, we know that reproduction takes place, is the fusion of sperm and ovum. Sperm and ovum will fuse with each other, right? Then the egg will be fertilized. Such fusion is known as fertilization. During fertilization, what happens? जो nuclei होता है sperm का and the जो egg होता है fuse, they form single nucleus, and that formation is known as zygote. Very important. What is zygote? That is the formation or fusion of male and female gametes. You can see here sperm entering in the egg ovum, and the egg is there. So then they will fertilize. This picture shows the fusing nuclei. You can see fusing nuclei are there, right? So this process of fertilization, meeting of egg cell from the mother and sperm from the father, That's why the new individual will having the characteristics of mother as well as father, right? Because some of features we are having very common. Some are having matching with the mother, some are having matching with their father. Few features, right? Now this fertilization take place inside as well as outside the body. So which when it takes place inside the female body, it is internal fertilization. Like in human beings, cow, dog, hens, they all take place by internal fertilization, right? You might have heard about this word, that is test tube baby. Test tube baby, many people think that okay, the growth of the baby will take place in a test tube. No, that is wrong. So many women who are unable to bear babies because of sperm cannot reaching the eggs for fertilization, or many other reasons can be there. In such cases, doctor advise them to go through this IVF process, that is known as in vitro fertilization. This is fertilization outside the body. Doctor collect the freshly released egg and sperm and keep them together for few hours. Then the fertilization takes place. If the fertilization will take place, then we know that what will form? Zygote. Zygote will form. Then the zygote will be allowed to develop for about a week. Then it is placed in the mother uterus. Then the complete development takes place in the uterus and the baby is born like any other baby. So babies born through this technique are known as test tube babies. Right? The difference is that natural process, fertilization will take place inside the female's body, but in this case, fertilization will take place outside the body. But later on, the full growth will take place inside, naturally. Many animals are there who are reproducing externally. That process is known as external fertilization. Right? External fertilization. So external fertilization, which occurs outside the female's body. In amphibians like frogs and toads and fishes, external fertilization takes place. You can see here, the picture is given. Frog egg is shown here. During spring and rainy season, frogs move to ponds or slow-flowing stems. The female lay 100 of delicate eggs. And this you can see the layer of jelly-like structure is here. This is the jelly-like layer. It holds the egg together and provides protection to the eggs. As the eggs are laid, the male releases a large number of sperms. Then each sperm randomly swim in water with the help of its long tail. The sperm who come in contact with the egg result in the fertilization. This is what actually happens in external fertilization, right? Why there are number of eggs? Because all the eggs will not fertilize. Many will not get the sperm. Many will be eaten by the other animals, or many will be hatched. There may be many reasons. That's why 100 of eggs they are releasing at one time. That is a natural process. So this is external. As you can see, why do fish and frogs lay eggs in 100, whereas hen lays only one egg at a time? Because in these out of 100, all will not fertilize. Right? Because these animals lay 100 of eggs and release millions of sperms, all the eggs do not get fertilized and develop into new individuals. This is because the eggs and sperm get exposed to water movement, wind, rainfall. There are so many natural calamities from which they have to suffer from. Right? So that's why there are 100 of eggs, we can see. Then we have development of embryo. Very, very important. Development of embryo means that how the growth from this egg you can see the structure, very important structure. Here is the ovary, zygote, uterus, you can see that is fallopian tube, right? Now, ovary is releasing egg. This is egg, and that is fertilization takes place. We know that zygote divides rapidly and repeatedly and forms a ball of 100 of cells. The cells then begin to form groups that develop into different tissues and organs of the body. This developing structure is known as embryo. Right? So embryo gets embedded in the wall of uterus for further development, and this is called implantation. What we call implantation. So the embryo continues to develop in the uterus. It gradually develops body parts such as hands, legs, heads, and eyes. So when all these body parts can be identified, then we call it fetus. You can see, we call it fetus. Right? When all the body parts can be identified. Now in the fetus, you can see the red color structure is there. This one red color. That is called placenta. Placenta, placenta. Let me write again. This is Placen. Right? So placenta is attached to the uterus by special structure. It provides oxygen and nutrients to the fetus and also remove waste. Provides, very important, what is the function? Provides oxygen and nutrients to the fetus and also remove waste. So these are the functions, right? I hope this lecture is going to help you out. Thank you so much, dear children.